case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out, might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19, 51 to mine. I'm coming for you.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
On first down, it's Watson. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Crouch.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Push him back.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. There he goes, left side. And he will have a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsay. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Denver.
Ready, break.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bear. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Leo.
Check 50, check 50. Watch the eye.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Hey, stand off. Check. Hey, team 6.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown and for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
That is going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Bryant has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Here's Locke to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hey, 31. Hey,
51's the mic.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for Martavis Bryant. Incomplete. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A give, running right, Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Go now. 50, plant. Roll out.
Hey, watch it.
5.
third down. Lock. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it.
On a jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Second and 12.
Let's get it.
The 33-yard line.
This is it. 18.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
You go tight. You got tight. You got Ring it, guys. Fight 51.
On 2nd down, it's Miller looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 20.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Well, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball, at least.
And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Watch out, watch out.
Go on.
Jim.
Snap.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. On first down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is Stills on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
You better be afraid of me.
On first down, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain of 6 there on first. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's go. Get that quarterback at all costs. Switch.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Watson complete. It's Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get off the field. Undercrush.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
Block off of play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Check 25, check 25.
Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 58 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Switch, switch. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another run by Lindsey. A gain there of 21 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Lock throwing on target to Fant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Lock now, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Let's bring it. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's Watson. Flushed it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
The toss play, this is high. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
You got three down. Hey, alert three.
From the gun, Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, we need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman.
Now Rock, he lost the football. It's held.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
A gain of 6 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Look at me. Go, go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get there. Check 52. Slam, slam, slam.
Ready?
They'll run here with Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Oh, you got deep? There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks him. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. It's a party now. It's a party now.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
You set. Play tag. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your 55. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's set a tone, brother.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A big spot now for the rookie Locke. It's caught by Bryant. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Bryant has it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
We go! 10-2 stop. Hard, hard. Get wrong. Hey, orbit. Look, squeeze.
He's coming, double up.
Step.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson, it's complete to Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51. Let's go.
Now Watson operating from the gun. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Under 10. Out. 10.
On 1st down, It's Lindsey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Don't be scared of me.
X3, 218, chopper. Stay grip.
Block now on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. I'm here all day.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 43-yard line.
And it's third down.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
SOS.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Let's go. 60 on.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
There.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with a Kansas City